All right, this week on Mortgage Protection National Sales Call, we have Joshua Sivak from Virginia Beach, Virginia. He's going to be talking to us about some of his sales tips and tricks. Very good sales agent, good friend of Tim. Make sure everybody you tune in every Tuesday and Friday at 11 o'clock for our webinars and national sales calls. We'll get started in just a second. First, we want to go over our top producers of the weeks, top annuity and top producers. Make sure you guys get on this list. We'll make you famous over here. We got a lot of good agents that have been doing the mortgage protection, and they're having some good premium. So here are the numbers for this week.
Okay, so for this week, top annuity producers. In 5th place, we have Eric Coons with $125,000 in submitted annuities. 4th place is Tommy Lee Paget with $123,661 in submitted annuities. 3rd place is Thomas Bafta with $134,500 in submitted annuities. 2nd place is Vincent Abatello with $147,000 in submitted annuities. And 1st place is Robin Lee with $905,114 in submitted annuities. Moving on to our mortgage protection leaderboard. In 15th place, we have Fred Riddle with 1 submitted application for $1,013. In 14th place, we have Charles Picanos with 3 submitted applications for $1,080. In 13th place, we have Andre Dames with 1 submitted application for $1,092. Coming in at 12 is Paul Michael Youngmill with 3 submitted applications for $2,136. In 11, we have Thomas Bafta with 2 submitted applications for $2,214. At number 10, we have Del Rice with 2 submitted applications for $2,400. In number 9, we have Gary Langsey with 6 submitted applications for $2,850. In number 8, we have Ginger Barnes with 2 submitted applications for $3,400. In number 7, we have Doug Boyd with 6 submitted applications for a total of $4,460. Coming in at 6 is Roberto Solares with 4 submitted applications for $6,200. Number 5 is Tim Langford with 7 submitted applications for $7,150.
Coming in at number 4, we have Joshua Sivak with 11 submitted applications for $8,173. Number 3 is Daniel Byrne with 8 submitted applications for $8,173.
Coming in at 2nd is James DeWitt with 2 submitted applications for $14,400. And in our top spot this week, we have Charles Fisher with 5 submitted applications for $14,815.
Great. Thank you, Becky, for that update. Make sure that you guys get with Tim and get yourself on this leaderboard. We'll call you out every week. We are going to talk to Joshua Sivak from Virginia Beach, Virginia here in just a minute. I will get Josh on the phone. Josh, are you with us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine. I got you on my speakerphone. Hopefully it sounds okay to everybody out there. And again, if you do have questions, go ahead and type those into the chat window, and I will relay those to Josh. and he'll get those answered for you. All right, take it away, Josh.
I appreciate it. Again, my name is Joshua Sivak. It's an honor to be on the call. I'm guessing I must be helping some of you all that Tim asked me every so often to get on here and has good feedback. But I love this time of year. It is incredible in our business. Most people, they say December is the worst month, and I disagree with them. Historically, December is always my best month of the year at that time of year, and I'm just not sure why. I think, most of the time people are home. It's colder out. Some sports are getting over. But I think I just work hard because at the end of the year, you got to push, finish off strong, and then as well as you have the trips and stuff to qualify for. But the lead program. Now, if you're not on a weekly lead order, I strongly recommend that. I'm not sure how you all are set up. I know when I look back at my insurance career, what changed for me from being a $50,000, $60,000 a year producer to clearing the 120, 150, 200 mark is just a weekly consistent lead order. That was one of the biggest things that changed. That basically doubled my income because it's all about tricking yourself to work. When you work for yourself, it's one of the hardest things you can possibly do because now you make up your own schedule. You make up your own time. You can choose when to work, when not to work, and that's what just makes it hard. And a lot of us will not treat our insurance careers like we treat a regular job. You don't treat it like you're punching a clock, working 8 to 5 each day, making sure, you only get 1 week's pay, you take that 1 week a year. Like, it's crazy. Like, we see these people that just don't take time off because, it's like, because I have friends of mine that work jobs and, they can't get off. When I ask for them to take off, when I ask for them or pay leave, then they can't take off or refuse to. So that's one of the biggest things. And when I say to get a weekly lead order, because a lot of people will make mistakes. You may get 10 or 15 or 20 leads in a week. Go through them all, call them, and then afterwards, be like, well, I still have these people that I'm supposed to see next week. They're telling me to call back. You know what? I don't need these next week. I'll go ahead and work what I have. And that's where people fail because your consistency is falling off. Because now what happens the following week when some of these people push you off again, or they just say, you know what, we changed our mind, or hey, someone else has called, we saw them. Now you're throwing your whole work week off, and that's where people start to trickle down. They have one heck of a week, and then the following week is hardly anything because of that scenario. When you get on that weekly lead order, you're forcing yourself to work week in, week out. I get leads no matter what. If I'm on vacation for 2 weeks, I got 2 weeks worth of leads waiting for me. It never gets shut off. It stays consistent. I am accountable for it. Every single week I get leads. Am I still coming through good? Making sure I'm not just talking out of the air here.
No, you sound good, man.
I haven't heard anything, and I'm like, man, if I'm on mute or I'm off the call, that'd be bad.
No, I have everybody else muted.
Okay. But yeah, that's one of the key things. If you're not consistently getting the same amount of leads each week, or have a weekly lead order in, man, I guarantee you it will change your business. I mean, it will change your income up. It's doubled mine since I did that. And I know of other people I can talk to that will say the exact same thing. Once they got on that weekly lead order, it changed. So that would be one of my biggest things for the lead. I'm not sure how far you want me to go in depth on here.
Well, I have a question on that lead program. When you first started out on your lead program, how many leads did you buy? Like how'd you start? Like how many did you buy? How much did you dedicate like a budget weekly or monthly, or how'd you do that?
This is another good training. I mean, leads, I could probably talk on for hours. You have to have a collapsible schedule. So, for instance, let's take, if anybody wants to do math or take a pen out, you can follow me. Let's say you get 10 leads, and let's say you average 2,000 off the 10 leads.
2,000 a premium?
Yes. So let's say that's all you get a week. 10 leads, you're writing 8,000 a month. Well, if you want to double your income for the month, it's not you trying to work harder off the leads you have. I mean, granted, you can. You might going to get more, but you just double your leads in a week for a whole month and write 8. You know what I mean? Like, it's just collapsing just what you do for the month. And I guess once you figure out what you average per lead or what you average per 10 leads, once you figure out your lead premium, you can dictate your income. That's the only thing we can really control is the lead flow. The leads you get. So if you can get a certain amount of leads and hey, if I get 10 leads a week, like for instance Danielle, she gets 10 leads a week, she writes a 5,000 or more every week. She is incredible when it comes to this business. So, if she wants to do 10,000 a week, she just doubles her lead flow and she'll write 40,000 for the month. But that's the key, and a lot of people will look at the lead cost. Well, I'm getting 10 a week, and that's costing me whatever the math is, $400. Let's just take that, and that's what my budget is per week. And then you're spending $1,600 per month. But what happens if you spend $1,600 in a week? I mean, I'm not telling you all to go broke here, but you triple your weekly income. So that's the key. You have to trick yourself on how to think. When I first got started, $100, $150, $200 is all I was spending on leads, and I was purchasing leads as I went. Pick some up. I was petrified of getting on a weekly order because now I'm accountable to something more than what I want to be. And that's why my production was about $60,000 a year, because I would just, buy as needed. Well, then also I got a lead order, and my budget might have been $250 or $300, and then I increased it to $400 and then $500. There was weeks I would, drop $1,000 worth of leads. And I talked to some people, they're like, "You're crazy. That's more than some people make a year. $52,000 a year just on leads." Well, I'm a big fan of time. I cherish my time. My family is very important to me. I have a 24-month or 26-month-old and a newborn baby here in 2 weeks.
Oh, man.
So, oh, yeah. So let's think about this. One of my good friends, a very phenomenal producer, he flipped it down for me once, and it just hit home. And I can't remember if I trained on this before or not. But let's think about this. Let's say you don't spend a lot of money on leads. Let's say you get, for instance, data. Data is what, 10 cents a pop or something? And then you do your own cold calling. You spend 8 hours, 12 hours, 20 hours, whatever it is, trying to cold call people. So it cuts down on your lead budget, but it increases your profit. Well, when you do it that way, which if people do, I'm not saying anything bad about it by any means, but now you just inherited a second job. Now you just have a second job that's 20, 30, 40 hours a week, and then you have your full-time job, which is selling insurance. Well, if you only make, let's say, 30 or 40,000 a year at that second job, that you're cold calling, well, why not outsource that to better leads, more leads, or you're still making the same amount of money per year, but you're cutting your time down? Because I'd rather work 3 days, 4 days tops a week, and the lead flow is key. The more leads I get, the 80 leads, more or less, I can get a larger quantity, set the same amount of appointments, sell the same amount of people, and be done for the week. When if I work, 5, 6, 7 days a week, trying to increase profitability by getting cheaper leads and working more at them. Again, each way works good. I don't mind dropping the money for it, because let's say you do drop $50,000 a year, but you make $200, you still make it $150. Even if you make $150, you make it $100, and so forth. And if you're only making $50 a year and you're dropping $50, that is a very bad ratio. But as long as your income and your production is enough to handle the lead, you're going to be very appreciative. Again, time is most important. Time's the only thing we control. We dictate what we make per hour. You know, we dictate what we do with our own time. And Danielle's the same way. She'll drop money on me because she has 2 kids, she has a family, and her husband's military. And whenever she can free up, and she basically, once the weekend hits Friday, she doesn't even pick up the phone call for me. Her family time is extremely important, but she busts her butt Monday through Thursday to do what she does. I mean, last week was, 8,000 or something production. The week before she did 9,000. She is extremely dedicated and focused on what she needs to do with the time she has.
So is Danielle part of your team, or did you hire her just to make calls for you? Or
no, Danielle, she was number 3 for the week, I think, on the leaderboard.
Yeah, look, yeah, Danielle
Byrne. She's been on the call. I was going to try calling. She called me just a second ago. I was going to conference her in, but I don't want to get her in when she's not prepared for talking to you all. But, yeah, I mean, it boils down to a lot just you and what you all want to do with it. I don't mind. At first I did, but I don't mind now spending money on leads. Because I know if I spend 1,000, I'm probably making 4 or 5 in profit off of it.
nice. So is Danielle working in your office, or do you have a team that works with you?
Yeah, she lives down here in Virginia Beach as well.
Nice. Do you use the same lead company, or
Yes.
Is that one of our leads?
She works one of the areas. I work in other. Very seldom do we overlap, but competition's good. When you have someone close by, that's what I said. If you all don't have anybody that same caliber near you, by all means, find Indianapolis. He will gladly show you what he does. He'll open the doors. He'll let you ride with him. He'll let you see him do phone calls. When you can get around with somebody like that, especially someone not necessarily like her to ride with all the time, but just to compete with. That's the key. In our business, most people compete against themselves, and sometimes it's not as good as if you compete against others. And if you got that, I don't like to lose, which I don't, and Danielle doesn't either, then, it's just it increases everything.
Yeah, great. A little friendly competition never hurt nobody,
That is correct.
Well, that's some good information there, Josh. So you've been running. How long have you been running leads consistently?
I would say, give or take, 7 years now. Second I was a consistent 60 to 80,000. As soon as I got on weekly lead order, I jumped to 156, I think, the following year.
Wow.
I mean, it was just like night and day. And, it doesn't make sense. However, the biggest thing I saw was when people order weekly leads, because I have agents that will just, want some this week and then wait a few weeks and order again, it's just your consistency. I mean, you're going to do the same amount of production off the leads if you get 10 this week, 10 next week, but as long as you get 10 every week, you're going to do the production off of it.
Right, you're holding yourself accountable. Yeah, I like how you said.
Mm-hmm.
I like how you said in the beginning, when you're your own boss, sometimes people, take some shortcuts because they do make their own hours. And putting yourself on a weekly lead program, committing to that, it kind of commits you to the hours and to the phone calls and to the work. And it's pretty amazing that after your first year, you pretty much doubled your income once you got on a consistent lead program. It's pretty inspiring.
Like I said, it basically does is just tricks you.
Yeah, you play a little trick on yourself, making sure that you that you are your own boss and a good boss.
Yes.
Well, great.
And now, I'm not sure. Again, December is my best month of the year. You guys have to start planning. You know, today's, I think, the 4th.
Whoa, hold on. You said December is your best month? I figured that would be one of the worst months with all the holidays. Everybody's not wanting to buy anything.
Last year I did over 30. 2 years ago I did 42,656, which was my best month ever. The year before that I did 33. I mean, I consistently push hard at the end of the year, but you guys have to prep yourself for it. And don't stop working, you know what I mean, because it's December. I mean, people are going to see you, but you have to get it done by the 22nd, 23rd, because once you get closer to that week, people are going to push you off before Christmas.
Right.
So, by all means, take the time off for your family for the end of the year, but I'm working, granted, my baby's due on the 16th, so I'll be working 7 days a week until that Wednesday. And then after that, I'll probably put a day or two in between that and Christmas, pretty much be done. But I'm expecting to do 25 to 30 by the 16th.
Wow.
Just because people are going to be home. They're already spending money on shopping, so it's not like, it's already in their minds. They've got the money set aside for it. It's cold out. People are not going to go do activities. Everything is perfect for you as the agent. But you just have to front load it heavily in the beginning of the month, because if you wait too long, then you're going to come across people are going to start pushing you off. And between Christmas and New Year's, you can see people too. I forget, but 2 years ago, I sold policies on New Year's Eve to people because I just needed to get it done to finish off a trip. So if it's doable, just don't have a goal set for the month and work it like any other month. You have to do everything up front in the beginning, because once you clear that, 15th to the 20th, after that, usually people will start using the Christmas as an excuse to push people off. You just have to make sure you do everything beforehand.
So you're working like 7 days a week right now. How many appointments are you setting a week? I mean, are you seeing people on the weekends or in the evenings, or how are you budgeting out your time for that?
So far till today, I think I've seen 11 and did 10 apps or something for 5,000.
Hold on, you saw 11 people today?
No, so far for the week. Tuesday through Thursday, I've got on 11. I think it was 11 and 10 apps, 5,000, 400 and some change. I have another calling today for tomorrow and Sunday.
So you will set appointments. So you're okay with going out and seeing clients on Sundays? Are they usually receptive with that? Seeing people on the weekends, your clients?
Yeah. If you have not ran appointments on Sunday, you have to do it. I know it's very religious. I'm not telling you to skip church by all means. I believe in God. We do on the 19th. We're doing our work with the church again to do breakfast for the homeless. We did the Thanksgiving with the church. Mm-hmm. But I call people. I'm like, okay, what time you all get home from church? Usually start my day around 12:01. If they're willing to see you on the Sunday, they're going to do business with you. It's one of the highest percentage of days people are going to sell that they're going to be. The Sunday is their day. If they're willing to see you, that means they're willing to do business with you.
All right. And pause on that. I want to make sure everybody heard that. Okay. If you guys didn't hear that, a lot of people I've heard don't make appointments on Sundays because they're maybe timid or they don't want to intrude on somebody. Josh right here runs his appointments on Sundays, and it's his most highest percentage day. Like you said, if they're going to make an appointment with you on a Sunday, they're going to do business with you. So don't be scared to ask your clients if Sunday would be okay to meet. You don't always have to do it during the work week. I didn't know that, Josh. I would have thought that Sunday would have been one of the worst days to try to make an appointment. You're telling me it's one of the best. And if I'm thinking if I'm thinking that way, there's probably other people out there that think the same way. Because I wouldn't have thought making an appointment on a Sunday would be very good.
And it's for like some reason, like some people might think, oh, football. People want to see in football. I can't tell you how many times I sat on the sofa. I'm watching a game with somebody as they're talking about insurance. If they, you can even ask them on the phone, which team do you, root for? Make sure I'm not there so you can watch that game. But if someone's willing to see you on Sundays, they mean business.
Right.
I very seldom get a no on Sunday because, as I said, if they want to see you, and they're going to walk my business. They're going to want to look into it.
Right. I have a question here. So the kind of leads that you buy are pretty fresh. You're spending 30, 40, $50 a pop on a lead. Do you buy any aged leads, like recycled leads, and try to work those, or do you only buy the premium type leads?
Beginning of the month, I'll get a batch of aged leads and I'll just work them in. But for the most part, I'm getting the fresh ones. For this month, because I'm trying to do as much as I can beginning, I am also mixing a lot of final expense. So I'm not have too many leads to deal with per week, so I can set as many appointments as I can, then put on my phone afternoon for a few hours because I have nothing, I have no one to see.
Right.
So
for the most part, you're buying the new fresh leads for the most part.
Yes.
So if you get aged leads, do you just buy a list, or how do you get that from a different lead company, or what?
I just get a list. People that send in mortgage protection card, 3 months or beyond, and I'll just call them up. I'll call them up as the senior underwriter, and then in-house audit, just to try to figure out what happened after they mail the card in.
Right. Just trying to figure out what happened with that lead. That's great, man. Very very good knowledge.
I'm not sure if anybody else did this. So with Thanksgiving, we knew it was going to be a rough week. People shut down roughly Wednesday and not want to do anything until the following week. So it's probably the first time this year I've called Sunday. I think I called either 6 to 7 on Sunday or 7 to 8, one of those two times. I only called for an hour. I booked 8 or 9 appointments in that hour. Everyone who picked up, I booked an appointment with. So I'll be doing that again this Sunday. I'll probably be calling every Sunday night for at least an hour. And if you could set aside, let's say you don't want to run appointments on Sunday, but you can set aside an hour and call, book 7, 8, 9 appointments in that hour. Why wouldn't you? But I don't think there's really any better hour of the week where you can sit down that many appointments.
Right.
Or people are at home picking up the phone. What telemarketer calls Sunday night?
None.
There's nobody. So that phone rings, they're going to pick it up because, they're going to pick it up.
I have a question here. You said you did about 11 appointments this week. How many leads did you have to call to get that many appointments? Roughly.
At the beginning of the week, I picked up 10 final expense, and I think I had maybe 10 more mortgage protection come in. So I booked. It's a hard question because when you're on the weekly order, you got leads that carry over from the following week that you don't get a hold of.
Right.
So I have another 7 I think booked today. I know I did not book 18 off of those 20. So, but I know I've gotten 20 leads roughly so far since Monday.
Do you have like an average that you have for yourself? So if you buy 20 leads, do you think you'll close at least get 80% of the appointments? Not necessarily the sales, but do you have a percentage that you kind of run by, or what?
At least 80%.
Wow.
Very seldom do I not get an appointment. If I get someone on the phone, I probably book 90% of them that just pick up the phone.
Wow. Do you have a script? Is it similar to Tim's script, or do you have your own that you've worked on, or what?
We can role play if you want.
Oh, as much as I love role playing, I don't know if would be very good at that.
You're good. Ring, ring, ring.
Yeah. Hello. This is Jason.
Hey, Jason. This is Josh. I'm from the Mortgage Protection Center here in Indianapolis.
Hi.
I was giving you a call. I've got a letter you wrote back to us regarding your Wells Fargo loan of $159,000.
Okay.
Now on there you put down that your birthday is July 1st, 1982.
Yep.
And for spouse, that's a blank. Is it just you, Jason?
Yeah, that's just me.
I have a sealed underwriter assigned to you. I'm going to be on your zip code tomorrow and Sunday. Now, do you work on the weekend?
I do not. Just during the week.
So would you want to do after church on Sunday, or would you rather do Saturday?
After church would be good. As long as I don't miss the game.
Yeah, well, roughly what time do you get home from church?
I have lunch afterwards usually, about 1 o'clock, 1:30.
Well, I don't ask you for maybe between 2 and 3 then on Sunday.
Okay, that sounds good.
And your address is 123 Main Street of Indianapolis. That's basically it. I don't ask health questions. My main objective is to get in front of you.
Right.
Because I tell you when I'm in front of you, if I don't like people more or less thinking too deep on the phone. I don't want to start getting medications with. I just want to get in front of you. Right.
Okay. So you just try to make the appointment. You don't try to pre-screen beforehand, because it might scare somebody off, I would assume.
Yes.
You just keep it very.
I mean, again, if you do it, I'm not telling you to change it if it's working. I have agents that love to ask, just so I know which package to bring. Are you a smoker or non-smoker? And like that, they'll add more stuff. They'll add a little bit to it. So they like doing that. I've always been, quick on the phone, set the appointment, and I'm in.
Do you ever have a problem with like no-shows or anything like that? I have some agents that are trying to follow our scripts and our lead program, but they may be having a problem with like no-shows or following directions during the appointment setup. Do you have any advice for somebody like that who's maybe getting frustrated with like no-shows and things like that?
Let's go back to the phone call and say I'm wrapping it up with you again.
Right.
Hi, Jason. Now, I'm set up either, what time on Sunday?
2 o'clock on Sunday would be good.
Yes, I think it's between 2 and 3. I'm sorry, I didn't write that down on my calendar. If you want to, at the end of it, just re-ask them. Just try to get, because I know what time I said. Just turn around like, hey, yeah, Jason, what time was that again? I've got to write it down. And they'll say it back to you. Either that way, that will let them lock it in more. I play games with people. I look at anything as an activity. You can turn it on, and I just sat there when he said, I usually get home by around 1:30 from church. Like, I can't do 1:30. I'm a little bit tight. I probably do 2:15. Like when you still odd numbers out there, they'll do it. Or if he says, no, come by at 2. You can like, I can't do 2. I have to see someone. However, I can be there at 2:30. They'll just remember better. I usually verify the address. You can ask them, the 123, is that on your mailbox? Is it on your house?
Okay. Kind of make them engage you a little bit with the appointment.
I know Danielle. I think she gives directions to every house she goes to.
That's
in the driveway.
Everybody loves to give direction. That's a great idea, guys, on the phone. Have them give you some directions to their house. That'll be a good way to commit them to the appointment, I have another question here. Do you ever get answering machines? Do you leave messages on them?
Absolutely not.
Do not leave messages on the answering machine.
I have never left one. I will call people. I will repeatedly call people. I'll keep track of when I call them and how many times I call them. And then once I get to the point where, kid, I've called you for 2 or 3 weeks now, you haven't picked up, I'll call you about 5 times in a row. And if you don't pick up, then I'm done. Either door knock you or what has happened now, but if you don't pick up, I'm done.
Would you call them back in a month or so to try again? Do you just keep that in a file on the side or what? That kind of lead.
If you're getting a consistent lead order, you're not going to have time.
That's a good.
If the lead order I get each week, I fill my week with appointments, so me missing 1 or 2 of those people, Again, when you have other agents, these are leads. I mean, I hang down to people. I have folks who will door knock them, who will keep on calling them. I usually give a person about a 2-week window, and after that, I'm done with them because I already have enough leads to work that I don't have to keep on working these people anymore.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not trying to squeeze, lemonade out of a lemon or whatever the saying is. I'd rather have the lemonade done and I just drink it.
So
I don't try, I don't work harder than I need to for these people.
So basically, you'll work the lead a little bit. You'll try calling them 5 or 6 times. If they're not picking up, you kind of just put them off to the side, hand it down to somebody else or something.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Because when I have maybe two days a week, I usually do my calls. So when I'm calling, I will call that same person 3 to 5 times in one day.
Okay.
And a typical person, if they're going to pick up the phone, if they see a number calling 3 to 5 different times throughout the day, they're going to get curious. They're going to pick up.
Right.
If they don't pick up, and you've done it 2 weeks in a row where you've called them probably 10 to 20 times, they're not going to. And some people might say, well, I'll have messages for people that do call me back. I don't want the exceptions to the rule, because I know when you leave messages for most people, they're not going to call you back. Only about 1 out of so many does. I do not want to make a living off of exceptions. I want to make a living off of what I know will be true.
Right.
It's the same thing for closes. Like, don't make an exception off those people where, you go back a second time and close them or a third time and close them.
So
you're living, your bread and butter is first time.
So you try to do so once you meet with somebody face to face, you try to leave with the application right there. You don't come back, except to deliver the policy.
That's occasionally. It all depends.
Or do you have the policies mailed directly to them?
I haven't sent it directly to them. I think the past 2 weeks I'm averaging 11 apps a week. I mean, I'm up to 10 this week, and I'll hit higher. It's just too many for me to have to go back to every week and deliver them all.
Sure. Makes sense.
But again, it's a problem you want to have. You want to have the problem where you cannot deliver the policies.
Right.
That's a very good problem to have.
Exactly. Great. Yeah, I have a lot of good questions here. So, do you have anything else to share with your great selling tips? I mean, this is pretty good. It's a pretty good phone call, man. You got me excited right now.
Yeah, just put the time in this year. You're going to have the people at the end of the year. Like Danielle, she's putting up numbers that are very hard to believe. And last year, at this time, she had to produce a lot to win her first trip. Now, she's only 2 or 3 years into insurance. So if you are close, when I mean close, 20, 30,000 away from winning one of your trips to somewhere, by all means, do it. I mean, don't do like, it's the end of the year, I can't do it. I can't tell you how many trips I've won at the end of the year when I needed 20 or 30,000. It's a drive. If you do fall short, you're probably going to be thankful because you should have all that extra income you made from doing it. But if you have a chance to win one, don't look back on New Year's Day and you fell maybe 5,000 short or 7,000 short and be like, you know what? I think I probably could have worked a little bit more this week or that week and look back. Like in the month of December, I will never ever look back and do everything I had to get it done. And I will give everything possible to accomplish that. If you don't have a trip to win or there's none you are close enough to it, and then just, maybe change someone else's, Christmas. Maybe make more money, donate more to Toys for Tot. Maybe find a family that can't afford to provide their own Christmas and you do it for them. Find something out there that's going to drive you to do it. And by all means, if you are well off, this career is making a change in your life. If you can, I challenge all my local agents. I'm like, change someone else's lifeline. Find a family that can't do Christmas. We're providing for a couple of kids now for Christmas because they can't do it for them, or their family can't do it for them. They don't get Christmas presents.
Right.
If you are fortunate enough to be financially okay, I don't think there's a greater feeling in the world than giving to somebody that's in need.
Great. Hey, I have another question here. Do you have any favorite carriers that you work with regarding the mortgage protection program? Not necessarily the final expense, but the mortgage protection?
Phoenix, Mutual Omaha, Foresters.
Those are your top three right there? Mutual of Omaha, Phoenix, and Foresters? Those are all good.
Yeah.
Yep, those are all good companies. I have a Phoenix policy myself.
So do I. Before they changed that, I took $1 million out of myself.
Nice. Well, I appreciate it, Josh. We went on the phone for about an hour now. I still got a good crowd on the phone or on here with us. But do you got anything else you want to share with us before I let you go? I know you got appointments to sell and some things to do. I don't want to keep you too long.
By all means, if you guys have any additional questions that I don't answer, or you just have a specific one, you can shoot an email to them. They can get it to me. I don't mind, helping people out. I've been helped out when I first started by agents that got me to where I'm at. So it's just kind of, just return the favor, paying it forward. So if there's anything I missed or you have additional stuff, you probably shoot an email up. They can email it to me and I'll answer it for you. But
what's your email, Josh? I'll go ahead and give it to him right now.
it's my first and last name at Gmail.
So it's Joshua.
JOSHUASIVAK@Gmail.
Okay. I have another question here. Do you do any fully underwritten policies, or do you just try to do the simplified issue?
My one with Phoenix, you should pretty much forgo fully underwritten. But my history with fully underwritten is very bad. I became a social worker for fully underwritten, meaning I hardly got paid for doing it. So I stopped doing them. I think half of them would either get declined or the price would increase and people wouldn't accept it anyway.
Right.
So again, I like making a living off what holds true, not exceptions to the rule. Fully underwritten is an exception, and I don't like doing them. Next year, I'll probably do, I don't know, a few hundred applications, and I can probably count on my hand how many have been fully underwritten. And most of them were big whole life policies. I just don't do the term.
Okay.
Once Phoenix came out, I just stopped the Phoenix.
Okay. So yeah, my policy was a simplified issue, and it got issued pretty quickly. Tim's the same way. He doesn't like to sell those fully underwritten policies. Too many variables out there. People don't fully give you all the information on their backgrounds or their health history. So, and then go ahead.
If you want to get paid, just stick to the simplified issue. I know, and like some of y'all, well, it's funny because some agents will start to sound like clients because they'll call me for help or something, and they're like, oh, this person's healthy. They only have diabetes and blood pressure, and I'm like, that's not healthy. I'm like, if you believe they're healthy, then they're gonna think they're healthy.
Right.
They're nowhere close to being healthy, and it's the same thing. It's just teaching people, and a lot. I know I trained on this last time. A lot of it is the more policies you all look at and see, the more you get to notice that. People buy because of stories. So I tell stories about, I made these couples on State Farm because the guy is a diabetic. State Farm declined him, or Primerica declined him, or they raised the price, and all crazy stuff.
Right.
And I could sit there and say, you don't have to go through the vampires to get insurance. They'll insure you without all that stuff.
Okay.
So,
well, great, man.
If you want to get paid, think it's not an issue. Don't get jump into all the pricing stuff.
Okay. Well, Josh, I appreciate your time right now. Appreciate all your information that you've given us. So, everybody, if you didn't get his email address, it's Joshua, Joshua, S as in Sam, I, V as in Victor, AK @gmail.com. I did put it in our chat window. But again, if you have questions, you can email Tim here at our office at tim@gordonmarketing.com, and he can get you any information on the lead programs that Joshua is using. I'm probably pretty similar to the lead programs we have as what you're using, Josh. Is that right?
Yes, that's identical to what you guys are doing.
Okay, so whatever Josh's leads have, we can get those to you guys as well. He was really adamant about giving yourself a budget. Commit to a weekly lead program. Don't just buy as you go. Try to commit to a weekly budget for yourself, and then increase it, as your income increases. Just commit to it, because his first year he committed to it. He doubled his income. That's a pretty big deal right there. So, Josh, I'll let you go. I'll let you go make some more appointments, more sales. I appreciate your time, man.
I appreciate it. Hopefully it'll help you all. If I don't get a chance to get back on before the end of the year, you all have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Great.
And you all have a good one. God bless everybody.
Thanks, Josh. God bless you too, man. I'll talk to you later.
All right, bye.
Bye. All right, everybody. We're about done. Appreciate all you guys staying on for the full hour. If you do have any questions, like I said, email Tim. It's tim@gordonmarketing.com. Make sure you join us next week on Tuesday. Every Tuesday and Friday at 11 o'clock, we have webinars and conference calls with our top agents. Next week, we are going to be going over our, let me see here, our new lead program on Tuesday. It's pretty much the same lead program that Josh is on. So make sure you tune in for that. If you're not getting our weekly emails, make sure you email Tim to get on there. We do send out emails twice a week to our list of agents. And I appreciate everybody on the phone call. If I did record this, so hopefully I'll be able to post this here at the beginning of the week next week. If anybody wants a copy of this audio, it's basically a podcast pretty much. Because we don't really do a video on this. It's just an audio presentation. But I appreciate everybody attending, and I'll go ahead and let you guys go get some lunch. Talk to you guys later.